Hi guys, welcome to the first boss video for the new section of LFR in the Forgotten Depths, part of Throne of Thunder. This is the LFR guide video for Tortos. So first things first, for tanks, your job is actually pretty easy in this encounter. There's no tank swapping or anything to worry about. So what you're actually going to have to do is you have one tank on the boss and one tank on the ads. So basically just round up the bats and position yourself near the boss. It makes it a lot easier for the melee DPS to both attack the bats as well as the boss while doing AoE. Next up for DPS, the DPS priority is bats, the little turtles, and then the boss. When one of the small turtles dies, they have their shell remains. Kind of reminds me of Mario, how you can kick the shell after you stomp on one. And this is good because you use the shell, you actually gain an ability called Kick Shell. You'll notice the little extra action button will have it on your screen depending on where you have it positioned. And basically what the kick shell does is this extra action button can be used to kick a defeated roll turtle across the room. Move close to the shell, then aim by positioning it between yourself and your target. Enemies hit by the shell are afflicted by shell concussion. Now shell concussion, when kicked, the shell spins forward, interrupting enemies it touches and leaving them off balance, increasing the damage they take from all sources by 25% for 20 seconds. You want to use the kick shell on the boss to interrupt Furious Stone Breath, and that's because it inflicts 15,000 nature damage to all enemies every 0.5 seconds for 4.5 seconds, and it costs 100 fury to cast. If people do not interrupt that, there's going to be a lot of damage going out, so the healers kind of pay attention if you need to pop some cooldowns then or not. The way that we did it in the group that I was in, although you'll notice in this video there's not an actual kill at the end if you watch the entire video, it's because I chose to do this at 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, although technically it's still Monday because I haven't gone to bed yet, because I wanted to get this video out before Tuesday and I didn't want to stay in LFR all night. But I was actually kind of impressed that we were able to get that far. We get the boss down to 16%. For DPS, as I said, the DPS priority is bats, turtles, and then the boss. How we had it is we had the ranged on the turtles and the melee on the bats, and then when neither of those are up, you just attack the boss. Tortos also does an ability called Quink Stop. This is going to cause a lot of AoE damage, so I recommend popping any healing cooldowns you have after this. But basically what the ability is Tortos performs a massive stomp, stunning all enemies for 1 second and inflicting physical damage to each equal to 30% of their maximum health. Quake Stomp also increases the frequency of rock falls for 8 seconds. This fight's actually pretty easy for the first boss. You just have to make sure that you're not standing in any blue circles that you see because that's where all the rocks fall from. You'll notice I get hit by a couple of them, and it's really hard to position yourself in here if the ads aren't dying quickly enough. You'll notice towards the end, as I said, we end up wiping because there's just too many ads up. People were focusing on the boss when they should have been killing the ads, and that'll definitely is what will wipe your group. So definitely if you're DPS, please kill the ads. Your healers will thank you. And that's pretty much the fight for Tortos. You can finish watching this video to see us not get a kill, but we get pretty close. So thanks for watching, and may the loot be ever in your favor.
Beware. 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 Beware.
That sucks.